Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell and I'm upset. The reason I'm upset is that recently Forbes magazine and all of their insight and wisdom came out with a list that they entitled the most miserable places in America to live. Now, how in the world did they come up with a title like that, most miserable places in America to live? And guess what city topped the list? Stockton, California. Now listen, I've been to Stockton. It's a city that has its problems, just like all cities have some problems, but it's also a great city filled with lots of very nice people. So what we're gonna do right now to kind of balance out that ridiculous list that Forbes magazine has just come out with, we're going to re-air a road trip we took to Stockton a couple of years ago so you can see for yourself what kind of a place Stockton, California really is. Here we go. Get ready. It's going to be a great experience. We're going to Stockton, California, one of the best places in America to live. We're going there on a road trip. Enjoy. And I hope the people at Forbes magazine are watching this program as well. They might learn a thing or two. Well, hello everybody. I'm Huell on this beautiful, sunny, and very windy day here in the San Joaquin Delta. Now, we have come here to spend a couple of days in a very historic Delta town that these days is full of excitement. We're excited too because on this adventure we're going to see all the sights and meet a lot of very nice people. As always, you're invited to join us. We're excited because we've come to Stockton on a road trip. Okay, our adventure begins, and boy, we are having a party here, aren't we, Wes?
Yes, sir.
Wes is from the Conference and Visitors Bureau here in Stockton, and what are we looking at down here, Wes? First off, we're on a cruise on the water here, and we're looking at old historic downtown Stockton.
That is the heart of downtown Stockton, and that's where it all began back in 1847, and it's been growing out ever since.
So this was a gold rush town,
Started as
basically?
a gold rush town, serving the southern mines of California.
Okay, now most of us, when we think of Stockton, think of the old downtown right down there. But look what we got going over here. This is something brand new over here.
That's our new downtown Stockton Arena, our whole Stockton Event Center. The Stockton Arena is home to the Stockton Thunder hockey team, the Stockton Lightning Arena football team, the California Cougars indoor soccer team, and of course right next door we have the ballpark too, the home of the Stockton Ports.
So you've got 4 sports teams located just right over here, and then looking over here, that's the new Stockton over there. This is the old new Stockton over here.
That building's from the 1890s, part of the big Sperry Flour Mill complex in operation here in downtown Stockton until about the late 20s.
So the old flour company was located right here on the water to ship flour all over the world.
Correct, correct.
And water. When you talk about Stockton, the reason we are starting our road trip here on the water is because since the very early days, Stockton and water have been inseparable.
We're very proud of that fact that we have water go right into our downtown, leads to 1,000 miles of Delta waterway.
And doesn't this hold the distinction of being the furthest
inland seaport Stockton is?
Anywhere
on the west coast and maybe more.
Because we're over 70 miles inland.
Yes, we are.
From San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean.
And you could take a ship all the way down into Stockton.
Well, we're going to see the port of Stockton. We're going to see what's up and down the sides of this waterway. This waterway is called?
The Stockton Channel.
The Stockton Channel. It's a beautiful day. Let's take a look at this, Cameron. Look at this. Looking off into the distance, there is the traditional view of old downtown Stockton. This part of Stockton is being redeveloped. It's modern, it's new, it's hustling, it's bustling. This is really a very exciting place right here on the water. Now we're talking a little bit more about the Port of Stockton, and we're standing here with
Doug Wilhoit, CEO of the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, so you know about the port.
A little bit, you betcha.
And it's no surprise, it's no accident that we're looking at these huge grain elevators over here.
That's correct, Huell. Of course, agriculture is the main product in San Joaquin County, and this has been an important part of the port property for a long, long time with supplying grain for all over the world.
We saw the old flour company down there.
It's Berry Flour.
So this is where wheat and corn and agricultural products traditionally have been brought in from all over the San Joaquin Valley.
That's correct.
And shipped out in these huge ships that take them all over the world.
All over the world. Every corner of the world the ships go to. They come in here. Of course, the port goes farther upriver here, or downriver, I should say, go down that way. So, but this is the very start of the port, just off the port property. The port property starts just right over those equipment.
All right, and we're looking right down here, and here is our first big ocean-going ship down here.
Actually, that's what I call the mothership. That's a permanent ship here, and they put cement, goes onto that ship, and another ship will come alongside it, and then they'll transfer the cement into that other ship that'll go across the world.
Really?
Yeah, so that ship is here permanently. It's called that the mothership.
How much shipping goes on in this port? Is this still a big port?
This is the largest inland seaport on the West Coast. It just took over that #1, and it's the third largest in the property size, with Long Beach and LA being first and Long Beach second. We're the third largest port in property size.
And also what makes this so interesting is that you're so far inland from the ocean. I remember the first time years ago when I was driving down I-5 and I looked over here and saw this. I was going, what's going on here? There's not supposed to be a port this far inland.
You know, we were worried when we first built I-5 and the bridge went over. People have a lot of accidents, or they break their necks looking so fast and see an ocean-going vessel turning right here up in the turning basin. It's an amazing sight to see.
So this is still a very active, a very busy, a very productive port that plays a large role in the economy, not only of this area, but of California in general.
Oh, actually, the world, too. I mean, because we ship things all over the world to Russia, Japan, China, Lithuania, plus also imports come in also. But what you're seeing here is a small part of the port. This was the first part property, was about 300 some odd acres. In 1999, the Navy gave, for $1, through Senator Feinstein's hard work, 900 acres just farther west of here, what's called Rough and Ready Island, which was a Navy base, and in 1990 they abandoned it, and now that's the entire port of Stockton.
So this is a big port.
Big. You bet it is. Huge, huge.
Wow. And is most of this agricultural that's going out of here?
The three main products that go out of here are agricultural, both products and fertilizers like sulfur and different kind of fertilizers. Then we have steel and concrete are the biggest products that go out of here.
So it's an industrial port,
it's a combination,
agricultural port.
Yeah, a combination, right.
And we're going right by this ship here, which I thought had just pulled in, but you're telling me that it's always here, it's used for incoming ships to dock up beside of to stabilize it.
Right, and then they transfer from this is where the cement is, and it's not the hard cement, it's in the powdered form, brought here, then they're just transferred on the ship to go export wherever it's going.
It's got a good look to it. There, the cranes up ahead. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight out here on this windy afternoon on the water, going through the old port of Stockton, which is definitely still alive and well here on the Delta. We got the boat dog and we got the boat captain over here. How much fun is it to go up and down the Delta like this?
It's fabulous. You know, I've spent years running on the ocean, and I got a lot of blue water under my keels, but man, I gotta tell you, coming up here, it's a kick. It's a blast from the past. We get to learn about all the history. Once you're out on the ocean, you're on the ocean. You don't see much. We see so many cool things here. Very fun.
And I don't think most of us realize that there's 1,000 miles of
1,000 miles of waterways, yeah. It's, you know, we keep saying this is like modern day Huck Finn, and isn't this perfect? Here I am barefoot, but...
Yes, we got our shoes off, we got the boat dog behind you, so it's like...
Actually, it's over 1,000 miles. It's actually over 1,200 miles of navigable waterways.
Now, this is deep water we're in right here.
This is a deep water shipping channel, but this is the San Joaquin River, so unlike the Sacramento deep water shipping channel, which is separate from the old river.
But if you go off this channel, you could quickly get into very shallow water.
Yeah, baby.
What is that? The Statue of Liberty.
That's Stockton's very own Statue of Liberty, though I'm not really sure why it's there. It's one of those things you see when you're out here on the Delta.
The Statue of Liberty right here on the side of the water in Stockton. It's strange, but it's part of the landscape. Now we're passing one of the, what is that? Is that a bar, a restaurant?
It's one of the resorts out here in the Delta. It's actually Windmill Cove, and if I'm not incorrect, today is Taco Tuesday at Windmill Cove.
So all up and down the water here, there are these establishments.
Places to stop. Some are only accessible by boat, actually. This one happens to be accessible by land, but it's not easy, so it's very big on boat traffic.
Wow. Well, it's windy. You've given us quite a welcome, but we're ready to get a good night's sleep and start the day tomorrow.
Definitely.
Exploring Stockton.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Couldn't get any better than this.
No, could
this
not.
is a great way to kick it off.
Perfect way.
The Delta way. Okay, time has passed. We are off the water and we're starting our second day here in Stockton with breakfast. And when you say breakfast, you mean breakfast, don't you, sir?
Here at Chuck's, we mean breakfast. These are our normal pancakes.
Those are the normal ones.
These
Those
are normal.
aren't the big ones.
These ones here, it even says in the menu, one's enough.
Wow, because everybody told me to order a half order here for breakfast this morning.
Our half orders are as big as most people's fulls, and we say, don't get carried away. The waitress will tell you.
Tell us a little bit about this place, because this has been in your family for a long time.
47 years now. My parents started in 1960, and then in about 73 I took over, and now my son, who's back there cooking for me now, is working, and we're going to be going for a while longer.
And this is a locals place. This is not on the tourist map. This is the place you have to look for.
You have to know. We don't advertise at all. And in the old days, this was the route out of town.
Yeah.
We weren't even
on the map.
No, you're right.
All right, now let's deliver these pancakes, because we got a bunch of students here from across the street. Fellas, too bad you're not having a big breakfast this morning. Look at this, Cameron.
These are half orders.
Now that's an order of hash browns right there. You've already finished your chicken fried steak. Look at all of this. Now, they're not going to go to school after all.
Well, I hope so. They have finals to take.
And look over here. This is what's interesting. This is what I'd heard so much about. Explain what this is all about.
Our coffee cups, we still hand wash our stuff, so we break a lot of coffee cups. So we started buying them at the Goodwill store. And we buy them, and people come in, and it's so funny because they'll walk over and they'll go like, which one do I want to?
No two coffee cups are the same.
No, and they all have their own special one. They'll look for it till they find it, and then we let them pour their own coffee, and they're happy.
And basically, this is what you call just an old-fashioned, what do you call this? A diner, a cafe,
Yeah, and matter of fact, you know, it's a family-run business. On Saturday, Charlotte's my daughter-in-law, my son, wherever he went to, and on Saturday, my other daughter works and their mother works. So we have the whole entire family here on Saturdays.
Well, the name of the place is
Chuck's.
And it is a definite great way, I think, to start off the day, because this is what you call heavy carbs.
Oh, yes.
I mean, look at this. You all aren't going to work today, are you?
Yeah, on a full stomach.
But you see, they were smart enough to only order half orders.
Yeah.
So this is just a half order.
The full is twice as big.
So when you come to Chuck's to start your day, make sure you get just half an order.
Yeah.
That's the way to start your day in Stockton. We have now finished our hearty Stockton breakfast at Chuck's. We are now outside of Chuck's in the parking lot with the students from Lincoln High School right across the street. Your name is?
Alex Thompson.
And what have you done, Alex? This is your pride and joy right here.
Well, that it is, sir. Restored it from a real pile of junk. It barely ran.
What is it?
It's a 1926 Chevrolet one-ton fire engine.
Okay, so you're out for a ride around town this morning. This is your last couple of days in school for the year.
Yep.
You got everything going, including the siren, the bell, and off you go. There, oh, whoa. They know how to do things big here in Stockton. They're heading off to high school this morning after breakfast at Chuck's. Well, you never know what you're going to run across next when you're on a road trip to Stockton. Wes and I were driving down Pacific Avenue on the way to our next stop after that big breakfast at Chuck's. And I spotted this on the side of the road, and we had to stop and take a look at this because, Wes, this is a major part of what's going on in Stockton.
Definitely. We're here at the University of the Pacific, one of the oldest universities, private universities in California, and it actually came to Stockton in 1924.
And this campus is absolutely spectacular. I had read in the travel guide that it has that East Coast kind of a look to it.
Very unique. Actually, many films have been filmed at the University of the Pacific because it has that East Coast look.
And what is the University of the Pacific all about? What does it specialize in? Who are these students? Where do they come from? What do they do?
They come from all over the world, actually, Huell. And we're really well known for our pharmacy school, our School of Music, and also a business program, many other programs at the University of the Pacific.
Well, it certainly makes an architectural statement right here on the side of Pacific Avenue in downtown Stockton.
Yes, you can see Burns Tower from all over Stockton if you get high enough.
That's what it's called.
Burns Tower.
Now, is that a chime tower?
No,
or?
actually, it's a, I think it's a facilities type building that holds mechanical type stuff, but there's offices up there also.
Wow. You have become our education expert. You didn't realize you were going to be called into service, but we had to stop. Let's take another look at it right out here. This beautiful campus right in the heart of Stockton, the University of the Pacific. It definitely makes a statement.
Hi.
I'm walking with
Cheryl and Rochelle.
And we are walking in this beautiful park. The name of this park is?
Victory.
Victory Park. Let's walk right over here, ladies. Do the people of Stockton use this park a lot?
Yes, we do. Every morning. Oh, I'm half asleep. I'm sorry.
Well, that's why you're out walking, to wake up.
Right.
So you all are regulars out here.
Yes, we are.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful park.
Yes, I like it because the dogs are leashed. We have a leash law. I'm afraid of dogs, so.
I wouldn't think you'd be afraid of much of anything.
Yes, I am afraid of dogs, even little ones.
All right, now we're here not to walk through the park. We're here to go to this place right over here, which is?
The Haggin Museum.
Now, is that a nice museum?
Very nice. It's been here for years. Yeah, I went here as a child.
Really?
I haven't gone there for about 20 years, but it's nice.
We're getting ready to go in right now.
Very nice museum.
We're going that way, and you're going that way.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Have
a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Friendly people here in Stockton, and there's where we're going right there. This wonderful museum, which is very much the pride and joy of the good citizens of Stockton. We're inside the Haggin Museum, and I've got to tell you, I'm absolutely blown away by what I see here. At first glance, Todd, what I think has struck me is that I thought this was a history museum. It looks like a world-class art museum here.
Well, it is, and that's probably the reaction that most first-time visitors have. They expect a history museum. They are pleasantly surprised with the caliber of the art collection that we have here as well.
Well, it is a history museum, but the art that you have here, you have some very famous artists, some very important art here.
Very much so. We have a collection that is comprised approximately 1/3 American artists, 2/3 European artists, principally French. We have Bouguereau, Renoir, Béraud, Rosa Bonheur.
What an amazing collection. And we're not standing here by chance. This is one of your most famous paintings by one of your most famous artists in the collection.
We are probably best known throughout the museum community for our wonderful collection of works by Albert Bierstadt, a second-generation Hudson River School painter. And he, along with a number of other artists, helped to popularize Yosemite. And here we see one of our best paintings by Bierstadt looking up the Yosemite Valley, a painting that Ronald Reagan was taken with, and he asked to have it in the White House during his first 4-year administration.
So this hung in the White House?
Hung in the White House.
And it also had another use, too.
It has figured in a number of Hollywood productions. It was in the movie Dave and Clear and Present Danger as part of set dressing, not the actual painting, but the image in a frame. And it's kind of fun. My wife and I would go to these movies, and I would watch, and the only thing I became excited about was when our painting showed up.
From art to agriculture, and boy, this is exciting because I had no idea that Stockton had such a role to play in the development of machinery like the machinery we're standing in front of right now.
This entire gallery, known as the Holt Hall, contains some of the many contributions that Stockton made to California agriculture, from the combine harvester during the Great California Grain Trade to, of course, the birthplace of the Caterpillar tractor.
See, I don't think anybody, well, maybe people in Stockton do, but that the Caterpillar tractor was invented and produced here in Stockton, California.
Benjamin Holt, who had been in the area since the 1880s, actually owned farmland out on Roberts Island. And the islands have very soft, spongy soil. The big machinery of the day had a tendency to sink down. So Benjamin Holt came up with the track type principle, which gave a much larger surface bearing area, and the rest is history.
How old is this piece right here? Is this an original, one of the early ones?
It's an early one. It dates to around 1918, right around World War I. But they began, their first Caterpillar tractor was tested on Thanksgiving Day, 1904.
Wow. And this holds a record. You said this is one of the few combines that's still on display.
Up until just about a year ago, it was the second oldest combine harvester in the United States, because the oldest was a Stockton-built combine harvester on display at the Smithsonian. That's no longer on display, so by default, we now have the oldest combine harvester on display. And this dates from 1904.
And when you look at the old pictures, it really sinks in as to the importance that these inventions and this man and this company right here in Stockton, how important this was to the economy, not only of the country, but specifically of the San Joaquin Valley and California.
Oh, exactly. And his company, along with a number of others that were working in Stockton, really helped to put this city on the map. In the 1870s, the 1880s, Stockton was the second most industrialized city in all of California, second only to San Francisco.
Really? Because of agriculture?
Because of agriculture.
Before we left the museum, Wes brought me in here. Actually, we dragged Todd in here because you wanted to show us an exhibit that he wasn't going to show us.
We had to come and see the mummy. My dad is a kid, myself as a kid, and kids every day come to the museum on tours, and they all want to see the mummy.
This is the staple of the museum, right?
Would that it weren't, but yes, this is probably the best known element for Stocktonians of the Haggin Museum.
Which has nothing to do with Stockton history or California history at all.
Very few Egyptologists have been excavating here in Stockton.
How did the mummy come to be in this museum?
This mummy is on loan from the Fine Arts Museums of San Francisco. It's been here since 1944.
So kids since then?
Kids since 1944 have been coming here, and it's that mixture of fascination and dread that make them come up close to it. As you can see, we've got a lot of grease spots on the glass.
Well,
where
sure, the kids want to look in and see the mummy.
They want to touch it. And it has become part of Stockton history only because it's been here for so long.
Well, no great museum is truly great without at least one mummy.
One mummy. That's all we have. That's all we need. But yes, it's one of those double-edged swords. I love to get people into the museum, and if the mummy brings them in, that's great, and then we can expose them to both our art and history treasures.
So come see the mummy.
Come see the mummy first, and stay for the art and history.
Now we've come to the heart of downtown Stockton, and I got to tell you, Wes, I'm impressed by the way this looks. This big wide street, you've obviously redeveloped a lot of this area. This is really quite nice.
We've done a lot of work to bring downtown back.
Because it needed to come back, didn't it?
Yes, it did. You know, a lot of the downtowns in the 60s and 70s and 80s died, and now we realize the asset we have is here. We need to invest in it, and we're doing that.
Now, this is Weber Avenue,
Yep.
which is your main street coming through downtown. And then you look right over here. This is one of your early skyscrapers down here.
It's from the 20s, 30s. It's the tallest building in Stockton. It's known as the Medico-Dental Building.
Wow, so it's kind of a landmark. And then we look down here, and here's another redeveloped area down here, kind of a mixture of old and new together. So you've really kind of got it all down here.
Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, that kind of mixed use, taking advantage of the old buildings as much as we possibly can, is what we're really trying to encourage here in Stockton.
And right down at the end of Weber, that's where we were yesterday on the boat with the stadium, with all of the newly developed park areas and buildings down there.
Weber Avenue leads right to the Stockton Channel and right down to the Port of Stockton.
So all of this works. It's working today in Stockton.
We're tying in that historic downtown with the waterfront, which you just can't beat.
And let's end up with one more shot of the old skyscraper in downtown Stockton. That is a landmark. You see that one from the interstate as you're driving by. It's called, once again,
the Medico-Dental Building.
And it still makes a statement right here in the middle of downtown. When you travel around downtown Stockton these days, you have an option, and one of them is good old trolley number 4 over here. Gentlemen, hello. This is very exciting. What have we got going here with the old trolley?
We operate the downtown trolley, daytimes, runs around the downtown district, just a quarter to ride, and evenings, Fridays and Saturdays, we operate the special events at the arena in the Stockton ballpark.
So the idea is to get people out of their cars and into the trolleys, and you take them all around downtown.
Exactly. You can park free downtown in the evenings, hit downtown dining, and then any event you're going to.
So the idea is to encourage people to come back downtown.
Exactly.
Is it working?
It's working very well. People have learned they can park anywhere in the downtown district, get some dinner, ride the trolley around, and go to their event.
Well, now, where are we going to go today? We're just kind of at your mercy. We're getting on board with you. Do you know where you're going to take us?
We're going to make a couple loops around the historical centers of downtown, you bet.
All right, good enough, because once you get on this trolley, I'm not sure how you get off.
I will do my best.
Do you ring a bell?
We have a bell.
Good. First stop on our historic downtown Stockton trolley tour, the historic old Fox Theater. But it's no longer the Fox Theater, is it?
It's the Bob Hope Theater.
The Bob Hope Theater, and that's what, well, this is an amazing story, the transformation of this old Fox Theater, and that's what we're going to find out about and see firsthand inside. We're inside the original lobby looking at the original chandelier and the original artwork up on the ceiling. And Jackie, this is spectacular, but it didn't always look like this, did it?
No, it was a mess. It
What
was
do you mean
painted
it was
red.
a mess?
It was painted red. You didn't see all these different reliefs. You didn't even know that this was up here.
And that's because over the years, this theater, like a lot of other old theaters all over California, went downhill.
In disrepair, just not painting, not keeping up the repairs.
And what was going to be the fate of this old theater?
A parking lot.
No.
A parking lot.
Really?
Yeah, they were going to.
What happened? What saved it?
Well, a group of people got together and decided to save it and make an effort, and so this is the result.
It's one of those success stories about saving one of the old theaters, which has been here since
1930.
Now we've come into the main part of the theater, and boy, Jackie, you've got the atmosphere set just perfectly for us. We're listening to the old theater organ playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is when we really get the full impact of this theater in all of its grandeur and its beauty today, especially when you compare it to the pictures of what this place looked like when you all started working on it.
They're in bad disarray. Very bad shape. And now it's gorgeous.
Did you have any idea that it could look this good? Be honest.
I was hoping. And it did.
Yeah.
It's even better.
Yeah.
It's even better.
And Alan, you're the head of sales and marketing. How hard is it, or how easy is it to sell and market this old theater?
Oh, it's been great. Food for Less and Rancho San Miguel and the Record have co-sponsored the Bob Hope Theater, and it's just been a jewel of downtown Stockton where people come to be together and enjoy different events.
So people are getting into the spirit of coming back downtown.
And we have cinemas the second Friday of every month. We have classic cinemas, and the organ is played.
Yeah, and you have everything else going on here.
We have Broadway, we have comedy, we have rock and roll, we have B.B. King, we have blues, jazz, everything.
Wow. Well, the old theater's back.
I think so.
Thanks to a lot of very hard work, a lot of support from the good people of Stockton.
Absolutely.
This is becoming an important destination, an important part of what Stockton is all about once again.
And the downtown area is just totally revitalized.
And when you look at this, I think what is so impressive is when you realize that it could so easily have become
a parking lot.
A parking lot.
Yeah.
So this is a real downtown Stockton success story.
And I hope people learn from it and don't take out theaters for parking lots.
Yeah. Well, we're getting in the mood. Listen to this. Let's look out here at the theater as we listen to a little of this upbeat organ music from South Pacific. There's nothing like a dame. And this is a grand old dame, the old Fox Theater, the new Bob Hope Theater, right here in downtown Stockton, newly restored and open for business. Everybody wave, give us a wave. And boy, when I say everybody, I mean everybody, because Wes has brought us to this place for lunch. And I'm sure there are many great five-star restaurants in Stockton, but Wes, you have brought us to a place called the
Hole in the Wall.
The Hole in the Wall. This is the whole restaurant. What are you laughing about? It is kind of small, isn't it?
It is,
But you said it used to be smaller.
Yes, it was. It was a lot smaller before. So this is twice the size what it was, yeah.
So this is a big hole in the wall here. And right here, this is the dining area here. And right back here is the kitchen, and here is the owner. Introduce yourself to everybody.
My name is Bunny.
And you are the owner and the proprietor and the chief cook and bottle washer for the
Hole in the Wall.
Hole in the Wall. Now, how long has this Hole in the Wall been here?
20 years.
Mm-hmm. So something's working.
Something's working.
And here's what we had heard, that you get fresh baked turkeys every day, is that right?
Every day.
So you specialize in turkey, right?
I guess you could say
That's
so.
my turkey sandwich. Open that thing up just one more time. That's mine with turkey and lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise. And you actually do a very good business here, don't you?
I do okay.
Who comes here?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. The lawyers, the doctors, the derelicts. Everybody.
But the whole idea is it's so small and it's got such a great name and it's got such good food that the hole in the wall is part of what downtown Stockton is all about, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, congratulations, you pulled it off.
Thank you.
We are delighted to be here. We would let this interview go a little longer, but you're the only person doing anything around here, so we can't keep you too busy, can we?
Or you won't eat.
Boy, it is so beautiful here downtown, and now I have hooked up with Sylvia's son, Minnick, who is a Stocktonian. She's a historian, she's a writer, and she's here to tell us the significance of where we are right now, Sylvia, because this water is actually very historic water, isn't it?
Absolutely. First of all, welcome to Stockton.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Glad you're here. And this water is actually the head of the Stockton Channel. And the water used to be part of a slough, which is now made into a DeCarli Plaza waterfall. And from here, you can go straight out to the San Joaquin River and straight out to the Pacific Ocean.
We were on that yesterday, and this is the end of it. It comes all the way downtown right here to this very famous building that we're standing in front of. It's called the Grand Hotel, and it was and is a Grand Hotel.
Well, it is a Grand Hotel. It's called the Hotel Stockton. It was built in 1910. It was like a 5-star, but the first rooms were single was $4 a night, and double was $7.50 back in 1910. We even had the city council move in here in 1910, and they moved out 16 years later.
So wait a minute, the city council liked this hotel so much they moved in here and stayed for 16 years.
Absolutely. That was before the city council had built their own building, or the city hall.
Now, it had its ups over the years and its down.
Everybody has ups and downs, but this has survived the downs. The county was here, and they were here for many years, and then they moved out, and now it's a readaptive use for low-income senior housing, and that's very good.
Now, we just came from the old Fox Theater, which was going to be torn down and a parking lot put up.
All right.
This probably, over the years, could have met the same fate, couldn't it? It could have come down.
I don't think so, because it's not only a historic building, but there are too many people in Stockton that has too many memories and would have let it happen. Now the Fox, some people want to tear it down, but in reality, those that came forward to save it were also some of the old-timers.
Yeah.
So this Fox is beautiful, and you went in there.
Yeah.
And you love everything about it.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to going in here because it's absolutely spectacular on the outside, but there are a couple of things inside that Sylvia wants to share with us. Okay, now we've come inside the lobby. This is what Sylvia wanted to share with all of us. Sylvia, this is spectacular. Is this original to the hotel?
Absolutely. When it was built in 1910, and this is what everybody remembers, and everybody took pictures in front of this fireplace. And it's gorgeous. It's huge, and it's part of the downtown heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people would come in here, check in the hotel,
Yes.
and sit here in front of this big roaring fireplace.
Right. That's before we had a central heat and also air conditioning. Right.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful place, and looking around here, this is all basically the way it would have looked.
It was that way, and people can look down, and now they can still have events here where people can sit upstairs and have a band downstairs to enjoy themselves.
Now we're heading over here because this is really what you wanted to show us. This has the distinction, you said, of being the only archaeological exhibit in Stockton.
Yes, this actually came from the laundry, the Singli laundry, across the little alley here, right in front of the Cinemaplex. The archaeological dig was done by Sonoma State, Andrew Priscillis, and his crew.
Now, did they know that that Chinatown, one of the Chinatowns, used to be on that spot?
Yes, they did. Basically, with the 3 Chinese settlements here, this was one of the major ones because it was at the head of the Stockton Channel where the Chinese just got off the boat and crossed the street, and they were into this first Chinese community.
They were right in the heart of it as soon as they got off the boat.
Yes, they were, and so was everybody else. And this was a hub of Stockton's gold rush community.
We're ending up on the roof. And Sylvia, I wouldn't even have known this was up here, but this was a very important part of the history of this old hotel.
Well, up here, you get the $1 million shot of the Stockton Channel. From the hotel. They call this the roof garden. And years ago, they used to dance under the stars, ate here, and the memories of a lot of Stocktonians was this was beautiful, especially on hot summer nights, and then you can see the sunsets. It warms your heart to think about it.
So there would have been big dance bands up here.
Absolutely, there were big dance bands, and as you can see, can you imagine the sun setting to the west? It is gorgeous.
Look at this, and boy, this pulls the history right back together because this is the Stockton Channel where all of that commerce has been going on since the gold rush days. You got a straight shot right down the channel.
Isn't it gorgeous? I think that, you know, given all that, just imagine the ships that came here and just think of the gold rush miners and everybody else coming right here and coming towards the street, which is Weber Avenue, and then also those later on at the turn of the century coming to this hotel, sailing from San Francisco and coming here and staying overnight.
And see, I like to think too about the hopes and the dreams of all those people, the Chinese, all of the immigrants who came here, the hopes and the dreams they had when they were coming right up that channel.
That's true, and you know, many of them stayed, and their descendants have stayed, and that's what makes Stockton so great. Not only the Chinese, but the Mexicans, the Americans, the English, the French, the Italians. Oh boy, do we have a lot of Italians. It was all their hopes and dreams, and Stockton was part of that dream, and it still is.
Now we're in for a treat. We have come to a place here in Stockton that I've been hearing about for a long time. Look at this. It's called Pixie Woods. And here to greet us, your name isn't Pixie, is it?
No, but I've been called that.
Your name is?
Dorothy.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm Ernie Shropshire.
And you all have been part of Pixie Woods for a long time, haven't you?
36 years.
So I've been on the board since 1954, an original board member.
That's when this place started.
Right.
Well, let's get started. Okay. Let's walk down here because I have absolutely no idea what we're getting into here. But look at this right out here in front of us. It looks absolutely beautiful. And we're just going to walk, what, just right down this trail?
Yes, right down the trail.
Until we find something where we want to stop, or?
Right, there's stuff all along the way.
Okay, we're heading out through Pixie Woods. How big is Pixie Woods?
3.5 acres.
3.5 acres, and this was founded back in?
1954.
Now, what was the idea behind this place?
The idea was this, is to build a park for little children. They didn't have any other activities in Stockton at that time for the little guys. And this idea was all built on a scale that most people go through.
Now, wait a minute. I was going to go down this way,
Well,
but
you
you're
can.
taking me over this way.
Well, you can go both ways. Here.
Let's look at this. This is nice over here. Come on, look at this. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Oh, this is beautiful.
We're very proud of it.
Now, is this made, how is this used? This is so beautiful.
Well, this is just a slough that comes in off of the main channel back here. And of course, on the other side of this is where they have the boat. And another lagoon back on the other side of this, and the railroad track.
This looks like a botanical garden or something here. It's so beautiful.
Right, and of course
look over here. This is magical. I have no idea what I had expected.
Good.
But this is just heaven,
This is
isn't
heaven.
it? The kids must just go crazy over here.
They love it.
All right, now wait a minute. This is made for little kids.
Right.
So we have to bend over.
Yes.
Here we go. We're going through the entranceway. It is made for the little kids, isn't it?
Right.
And once you get over here,
this is a
you can go.
slide, Snow White slide.
Let's walk around here. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a whole little playground here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What's going on over here, Mom?
Well, we've got Eric and Alan and Ryan and Lily, and then Heidi coming up, wrapping up the day with a little water play.
So you told them they could get wet before they left.
As soon as we were leaving, they could get as wet as they wanted.
Now, we just got here to Pixie Woods. Obviously, you've been coming here for a while.
This is our first time.
You're kidding.
No, we live in Auburn. We came up to go to the Children's Museum, and it was closed, so we found this just by accident.
Oh, my gosh. Because this is a Stockton landmark.
We didn't know about it. We didn't know about it. It was just pure chance we found it.
Well, how much fun they're getting.
It's been perfect.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
This is great. And look over here, Cameron. We've got a carousel going now. Is this part of this is obviously a very important part of Pixie Woods.
Oh, yes. And, of course, we raised the money and got the carousel. Here it cost $10,000 original, and we sold the horses for $500 a horse to get to pay the city
help
back.
Raise money for it. And the kids, this has got to be one of the rites of passage when you're a kid in Stockton, is to come ride the carousel.
Right. I understand the horses from the 1920s.
We got a water wheel going here, and then look at this. We've got this whole area here. I would imagine the kids themselves know Pixie Woods like the back of their hand, don't they? They know where they want to go and what they want to do.
They know exactly where they want to go.
All right, now we've got a ship.
It's named after for Dorothy.
This ship's named after you?
Yes.
Well, you've been here how many years?
36.
You're entitled to have a ship named after you. Oh, she's going to go in her own ship. And what's over here?
Now, this is the birthday area where they can come in and have birthday parties. And Alice in Wonderland birthday party.
Oh, this is great. So the kids of Stockton have been coming here for generations to have birthday parties.
Right, absolutely.
Dorothy's ship has come in.
It's landed.
And look at what we're walking by right here. Look down here. This is the surprise to me, is the beauty of this place. I thought we were just in a children's playground.
Oh.
But it's not only a children's playground, it's a wonderland for everybody to come and spend time here.
We are for people of all ages, young and young at heart.
Look at this drinking fountain. Right in the middle of, what is this, a lion's head? Donated by the Lions Club. It's a big old lion.
Yeah.
We got the fire truck. We got a slide going here. We've got a little firehouse, a big fire hydrant. More beautiful sculpture here. Look at this.
That's my favorite.
I guess so. I gotta tell you, I am absolutely blown away by this. This has taken me totally off guard. Well, it's easy to see why Pixie Woods is so special to the people of Stockton.
Yes, it is. And the city has been very generous. The people of Stockton, it's been a community project all these years.
From the beginning.
From the beginning, people donated things year after year after thing that helped build Pixie Woods like it is.
Wow, well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for visiting Pixie Woods.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're very welcome.
I'm one of these big kids who's had a good time at
and
Pixie
you can come
Woods.
back and visit anytime.
Because Pixie Woods is for big kids, it's for little kids, it's for all people who are young at heart. And now we're going into the tunnel. What a great way to end our trip to Pixie Woods. Ha! Oh, this is great. We're in the tunnel. We've had a great afternoon in Pixie Woods. Well, I didn't think it could get any better than what we have seen and experienced already on this adventure in Stockton. But right now we have come to southeast Stockton and we are standing in front of, look at this, this is absolutely magnificent. This is the Cambodian Buddhist Temple of Stockton. As beautiful as this is, what we're here to see right down this driveway will literally take your breath away. Look at this. You have to be here to believe, to see and appreciate the colors. And look at this all the way down. Now I have hooked up, your name, sir, is?
My name is Poon Hip.
And you are a member of this?
Yes, I am.
This temple?
This temple.
Here. Tell us what we are looking at here today. This is, I don't know what I had expected, but this is absolutely spectacular.
To me, in behalf of the Buddhist Temple and the member, all my people, I'm glad to hear that your company be here to take picture from our temple to be light up on air soon.
Yeah, this will be shown all over California. Tell us what we're looking at here. What is all this about?
This is the angel from the heaven. That is the angel take care the planet. For the sea angel. Now, and the other one out there taking for the ocean angel. Yeah.
And look, all of this is being made. Are these all members of the temple who are working on this?
Yes, yes, they are. Yeah, they are.
And how do you know who's in charge here? Who decides what this is going to look like?
You're gonna meet the in charge here soon with me, and then all these people, they volunteer their time every day.
Wow! Yeah. Look at the colors here. This is so beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, is this going to be open to the public to come in and look at?
Yeah, our community, we are open to the public, not just our people, for everybody in this country and the other country too.
So part of this project is to invite people to come here and learn about your religion and your culture and your people and your traditions.
Yes, we are.
What is this? She's got 6 heads.
Yeah, the 4 face of angel, that means from the heaven. So he have 7 daughters right here.
Oh, these are the 7 daughters.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what are all these heads doing up here?
This is just the decoration of head. We call it the crown for the king of angel. He have 4 faces, and then the daughter right here is represent for 1 week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday,
and
there's Saturday down here.
Yeah, the last daughter.
And look at this. Oh my gosh, everybody's painting. Oh, this is absolutely spectacular. Is this a cloud?
Yeah, that is the angel to take care the planet, all the planet of the world. Wow. See the globe right here?
Oh, this is the Earth down here.
Yeah, we're gonna paint the all Southeast Asia, Africa, North, South, and North Pole.
Now, is this traditional art? Is this traditional? Would you have found something like this in your country, in Cambodia?
Yes, we are.
There would be things like this around the temples in Cambodia.
Oh, never made in Cambodia. We just have an idea to do here for our people and your people too.
Wow. This is just beautiful. And everybody, look, he's working over here.
I would like to tell you, this is the chief of the monk here at the
nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for you.
Your name is?
My name is Khoi Pom.
Nice to meet you, sir. Is there a large Cambodian community in Stockton?
Yeah, in our community right here, but include the other city. Smallly is in San Joaquin County, 17,000 people.
How many?
17,000.
17,000 people, Cambodians
but
in
San Joaquin County.
Wow. Well, you are certainly making a statement here. This is just beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing this with us.
Yeah, to our community, would like to say thank you for your coming.
Oh boy, we have had Wes. Thank you for having us here. Wes, thank the city of Stockton for having us here. We have had such an amazing time. You know, for years I've been driving right by Stockton on the freeway, heading north or south.
Right.
But when you stop and visit this place, this is truly an amazing city.
We felt that for a long, long time. We've known we've been a jewel in the valley. Now we're really just reaching out and letting everybody else know too.
Yeah, because not only do you have a great past, a great history, but you've got an amazing present and future. I mean, this right here is part of what the future of Stockton, the future of California is all about.
And it's kind of unique because actually Stockton's always been an immigrant city, and this just shows we continue to be, and we're very proud of that culture.
Wow, there's certainly a lot of energy in this place, and I got to tell you, this whole road trip has kind of been an eye-opener, a surprise for me. I have learned so much and met so many nice people and grown so much in my understanding of what Stockton is all about. I hope you've had as much fun as I have on this adventure. This is a wonderful place, well worth a visit, and all the people who live here are just glad to be here, aren't they?
We definitely are.
You're glad to be here, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And I'm glad to have been here for the last 2 days, right here in Stockton, California, on a road trip. Stockton is an amazing place, well worth a visit. And if you'd like to go on this particular adventure again, or perhaps use it as a guide, well, it's available on video cassette and on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.